Hello, everyone. It is Friday, July 13th, 2018. Of course, Wednesday was New Comic Book Day, and it was a pretty big week. I was unable to do my video last night, so I thought, you know what? Friday morning, one of my favorite days of the year, Friday the 13th, let's do a video. So I'm going to show you the books I picked up on Wednesday, and then I'm going to show you a couple of older books I picked up, and then an under-the-radar book I think is going to be pretty big, and then a back issue of a book that's super hot right now, and I picked up a few of them. I was very happy with that. So let's jump right into the books. Excuse me. Last week I talked about Crossed 100 and the Fatal Fantasy cover that I had wanted to get with Little Red Riding Hood, but unfortunately they had come damaged. Well, one came in finally that wasn't damaged. Here it is. That is just a wicked cover. Now these books here I buy, even though the storyline is pretty good, these are cover buys for me. I just love the covers on these things. I love the Fatal Fantasy covers that they did right there. Zenescope falls into the same line of these. I just love the Zenescope covers. I love this cover. Oblivion Song number 5. Wonder Woman 50 with the not quite Virgin variant cover, but I'm loving the way they do these covers with the full picture. I just think they look a hell of a lot better. So I'm enjoying this one here, right here. Wonder Woman 50. Hot book that was going off the shelves real quick. Titans 23. Cover A. And of course, one of the big covers. I call them the big covers. These are the not quite Virgin variant covers, but still really good. True Believers, $1 books. We talk about this all the time. Can't go wrong with a $1 book. Man-Thing and The Thing fighting it out. Famous cover right there. And for $1, not arguing that price. Going to pick those up all the time. And another True Believer book this week. Fantastic Four. Got a little Dr. Doom on it. Anything with Dr. Doom, I'm going to be all over. So, again, for $1, can't go wrong. These are good pickups and really good prices. I'm still enjoying this storyline. People keep saying it's going to drop. It hasn't dropped. To me, it hasn't dropped. This is Scooby Apocalypse 27. Again, one of the big covers there. Scooby getting ready to do some damage. Just a really good storyline. From Image, the new book that's coming out now. This is going to be a pretty good book, but Shops bought a lot of it. They kind of got on this pretty good. So I don't think they're going to, catch anybody by surprise, and the price isn't going to really jump, but it was a good story, and I think it's going to be a good run. And this is Farmhand number 1. Book that no one really knew about. Shops were advised of this, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. This just came in the previews, didn't say what it was, just that something was coming out. This is the new one from Robert Kirkman. This is Die, 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 number 1. Haven't read it yet. I am going to do some reading tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Flash 50. Excuse me, throat's a little messed up this morning. Flash 50, cover of the week. Just a wicked cover. The only thing I didn't like about it is, if you notice, on the white covers, when they use like a red or a pink color, it kind of bleeds onto the white right in this area here. So I was unhappy with that. Most of the books had that. I was able to find a couple of books that didn't have it too bad, but they've had these issues in the past. I don't know why they do that. The cover looks nice, but if the color bleeds on it, it's not worth it sometimes. We've been on this since day one on this channel. I told everybody about it. A lot of people got on it because of that. Storyline's still going strong. Stabity Bunny number 6, cover 1. And then the Fantastic Four homage cover of Stabity Bunny number 6. Come on, big bunny coming out of the ground like that. All over that. And again, storyline's really good on that. I'm enjoying the storyline. So, Marvel with their cash grab. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, along with Batman, Joker, things like that. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 1. It's really not a number 1. I don't know why they do that. It's just to grab money. People are trying to buy these books. I wish they would just stick to a plan and go to it and stop changing things back and forth, because it gets a little old. I only bought this because I'm a Spider-Man fan. Didn't like the price point at $5.99. But I picked a couple up. There's the sketch variant. The only variant cover I picked up because it was cover price. And then this was the regular cover here. Another book blowing off the shelves, X-23 #1. Sketch. Kind of a cool cover up there, though. And then the regular cover here, X-23 #1. So that's what I picked up for the new books. Well, there's one more new book I picked up. This is a book that I thought was going to be kind of under the radar. And I called some different shops here in the area, and none of them, not one of the shops in this area, picked this book up. So I had to try to find it on the secondary market, was lucky to be able to get those books. I think it's going to be a really, really good book, and I think it's going to kind of go up in price and be a little hot title because the storyline is just cool. Small comic company, Devil's Due Comics, Little Girl #1. Anything with a creepy kid on it, I'm going to be all over. Not as creepy as The Shining's twins, but still a really cool book, good concept, good story. I enjoyed the story. Little Girl #1. If you can find one, pick one up. I don't think you'll be disappointed in it. And then the movie was announced, and the book has just been going through the roof. Now, I had a couple of copies already, but I was able to find a seller who had a reputation of having some really good books, so we made a deal. I picked up a few copies, got the books in, fantastic packing. Company's called Ghost Ship Comics, and he just did a good job of sending them to me. I appreciate it. Gave me a good deal on them. So here it is, Animosity #1, first prints. I picked a few of them up. And again, the company is Ghost Ship Comics. You find them on eBay. They do a really good job of packing. The packing was amazing. And that, if you've listened to my videos, I just don't throw that out there. So if I say the packing is good, this guy did a great job on packing. So thank you very much for that. Here we go. Animosity #1. First prints. Very happy with that. Picked up a couple of Golden Age books. These are not superhero books, but these are books that are real hard to find in, higher grade condition and have a good following. A lot of people buy these books. It has a good market and they like it, especially in a higher grade book. People don't mind spending the money for it. So first one I picked up from 1961. This is Teenage Confessional #8 in very fine plus. This is from Charlton Publication. Now, we've talked about Charlton in the past. It's hard to find their books on high grade because they use such cheap-ass paper, and the stuff just breaks apart. So, good color on that. Really nice-looking book. I was happy to get this. And then the other one is the storyline I Love You, #38 from 1962, again from Charlton Press. Very fine plus. I picked these up from Brian at Cosmic Comics, so thank you, Brian, for that. There was that. And then a book I found in their box. Now, this was a book that I enjoyed. I like Captain America to begin with. And this is nothing spectacular. This is just a Captain America 142. But the thing that makes this special is the outside cover is like, it's like a VG. It was not like that, nothing special. But it is a double cover. It's a double cover. Outside cover was a VG, inside cover was a very fine. Now, if you have looked, or you have any of these books in your collection, double covers, and you send these in to get graded, you will know that CGC grades the books based off of the inside cover, just like CBCS does. Meaning, if the book is a 4.0 on the outside, or the cover is a 4.0, 4.5 on the outside, and the inside cover is an 8.5, the grade they give the book is an 8.5. They don't take the outer cover in consideration. They take the inner cover in consideration as it relates to grading the book. So if you look at books and you see a beat up outside cover, but the inside cover looks good, you're going to get the grade on that inside cover if you want to send it in to get graded. I like these books raw. These don't come up a lot. There's a market for it. People look for it. I was very happy to find it in the box. They had some new issues they brought in. They had it marked double cover, so they knew they had it. It wasn't like I, got something that no one knew about. And it was a good price, what I considered to be a good price for the book, so I picked it up. And again, things like that are just hard to find. You want to talk about, older high-grade Golden Age books. Well, double covers of anything is hard to find as well because they get snapped up and look at the price of some of these things go for on eBay. It's kind of ridiculous, especially if it's, you know, a higher grade book, you know, the 9496s that you kind of see on eBay going crazy, which, you know, I don't care too much about that because this is just going to stay in my collection. There it is. Again, double cover. You can't go wrong with the double cover. So that's what we picked up. Now, we had talked last week about when the Amazing Con came out that there was a local company here, Torpedo Comics, that was doing a signing with Frank Miller. And in my opinion was, and a lot of people's opinions, but I'm the only one who really speaks out about it because, quite frankly, I don't care what people think. They were competing against the convention. That's how I took it, because Frank Miller's not a cheap signature. Now, he's a huge signing. It was a coup for them to get him to come and sign comic books, so good for them. But they're doing it again this weekend, where, as you know, Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con is coming out next week, or the week after. I can't remember the dates right now. But this weekend, they're having a comic convention in Los Angeles. You're competing again with the market. You're competing with the industry, and I don't understand it. I don't understand why you would do that. Number one, you're doing the show in LA. I know the market's bigger in LA than it is in Las Vegas, but if you have a shop in Las Vegas, try doing stuff here in Las Vegas, except for the private signings. Maybe try hosting a show. Maybe try doing that instead of competing with the market. I don't believe that we should be beating each other up as a community, you know, competing for the same dollar. I think that we should be working together, because if we work together, everybody comes out on top in the end, collectors, dealers, and everything else. But when you start fighting for the same dollar or doing things that are kind of underhanded, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions, but again, I might be the only one who's willing to say that, you're just hurting us in the long run. So I hope you have a great show, you know, but, you know, kind of look at yourself in the mirror once in a while and see if you're doing the right thing. So that's all I have this week. I hope you liked the video, but as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great day. Happy Friday the 13th, and I'll see you next week.